It's the Murphy's Law Podcast.
We are getting down to the nitty gritty here. It is Tuesday. This is Murphy's Law English 8. We only have one more Tuesday left after today of new material. And then there's a week after that where we're catching up on anything that we may have not turned in. Let's take a look at this second to last Tuesday and the rest of this week.
Agenda review.
It's important to note what we talked about yesterday when we were looking at that essay replacement task. That's going to be an opportunity for anybody who wants to take advantage of it to complete an essay and replace some of the points in the Of Mice and Men chapter questions. So if you weren't satisfied with how you scored in those questions, this is your opportunity to get some points back. The essay is in this week in Google Classroom. And there is even a video tutorial. I go through an example of what the essay might look like. Notice it does not have a due date, but it is due on Monday. And it's going to be turned in to both Google Classroom and turnitin.com. So if you're working on the alternative essay, make sure you make note of those small details here. It doesn't have a due date because I don't want it to show up as missing for people who are not doing the essay. So we're going to jump into Parlay today. We're going to have a little bit of a Parlay debate this week based off of your debate chart from last week. And then we're doing another video connection this week. That's basically it for the week. So you're going to want to make sure, again, it's a lot of textual details. So you're going to want to make sure you have the video of the text, me reading it, highlighting it, if that helps you. Otherwise, you'll have your copy of the text and any annotations you have as you respond and as you complete those two tasks. And then obviously our optional Google Hangout meet on Thursday at 10. It's our second to last Google Hangout meet. So jump in and say hi. Let's take a look at that Parlay debate.
Assignment awareness.
It's a pretty simple task here to start with anyway. Your initial post, remember now you already have the debate chart completed with the information from the text to support your position on Curly's wife's situation. So now, as long as you've read and you have good detail from the text, your next step here is easy. So we have the you have the assignment tutorial linked to the Parlay task in Google Classroom. You can watch that tutorial for how to use your chart for your initial post. You want to have that initial post completed today so that you can jump back in and comment on people's posts and on their comments on your post, because we're having a conversation about your position, yes or no. Curly's wife is ultimately responsible for her own situation. You are making that decision based on your debate chart, all right? And your opinion might change. Watch the tutorial to see what you need to do in order to decide your position and how you respond to other people's positions. How about that Fun Fact Friday and your guys' responses to the cooking figurative language and how you compare yourself to ingredients.
Responsorama.
Madeline chimed in and said that she would be an egg because an egg cracks easily and she gets mad easily. So just like her temper is fragile. And she followed it up with a ha with an H at the end. So Madeline, watch out for Madeline's temper. As an egg, that is a good connection. For the Of Mice and Men ingredient connection, you're going to want to make sure that you're using the ingredients from Mrs. McMullen's recipe. That's the important component there as you make those connections to those three characters. Hopefully you can make a connection as creative as Madeline's here. Let's do a birthday shout out.
Birthday shout out.
Happy birthday to Emily N, who's having a birthday on this wonderful Tuesday. She turns 14 today. Happy birthday, Emily N. And we're wrapping it up with Trivia Tuesday.
Trivia Tuesday.
Trivia Tuesday, we're going difficult today. We're going hard. So you got to really use your brains, your noggins on this one. Here's the question. How many times do the hour and minute hand cross each other in a 12-hour period? So you'll start at noon and work your way around. You only count noon once. How many times do the hour and minute hand cross each other? Those of you who rely on digital timepieces, it might be a little more challenging for you. That's all we got for this wonderful Tuesday. Make sure you jump into Parlay and post your initial response based on your debate chart today. And that's really it. If you've started the ingredient connection, that's great. And then the optional essay, which is due Monday. If you have questions, make sure you reach out. Thanks for chiming in on this wonderful Tuesday. We'll catch you on the flippity flip.